Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of All Things Local STL TV. I'm Chris Slay, your shop local guy, and I'm coming to you from the always impressive Outreach Studios here in Richmond Heights, Missouri. We have a great show in store for you today, but before we jump in, if you love local like I love local, you're going to love the All Things Local STL app. In the app, you'll find local businesses, local nonprofit organizations, local events, specials, promotions, and so much more. By downloading and registering in the app today, you're supporting the Shop Local revolution and helping to strengthen our local community. Go to www.getlocalstl.com for more details and please download it today. Our guests on the show today have featured listings in the app, and I can't wait to introduce you to local pediatric physician Dr. Joe Cangas of Dr. Joe Concierge Pediatrics as he shares about his innovative way of providing his patients and their family the best in care and personal attention. Next, we'll meet Jeffrey Krumm, founder and executive director of the local nonprofit organization Leap of Faith Ministry. Jeff has a message of faith and encouragement that he will share today, and I can't wait for you to hear it. Thanks for being here with us, and we will be right back with Dr. Joe Cangas of Dr. Joe Concierge Pediatrics. Stay tuned. Many of us don't remember doctors that make house calls. Even fewer of us have had the opportunity to spend real quality time with our physicians. Well, our first guest today, Dr. Joe Cangas, realizes that this type of personal care and access is important for your child's health and for you to have peace of mind. Today we're going to learn about his approach to pediatric care and what it means to your family. Welcome, Dr. Joe Cangas.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me,
Glad
Chris.
to have you here, buddy.
Pleasure.
Joe, please share with everybody why you chose pediatric medicine as your specialty.
Sure. I mean, it goes back to my childhood, really. My parents were foster parents. They had kids in and out of the house all the time and just saw the joy that they got from taking care of kids. And then throughout college, I volunteered a lot, and I did a lot of different things, but I really found that hanging with the kids and playing with the kids and working with the kids, the children was really where my heart was and where I got the most joy from. So when I went through residency or medical school and I saw the different fields and I spent time in them all, it was just always pediatrics that I came back to that I felt like that's the job for me.
Awesome, awesome. So tell us a little bit about Dr. Joe Concierge Pediatric. Why did you design your practice this way?
You know, insurance is the bottom line. I mean, insurance reimbursement was going down year after year, and I saw that I had to shorten my appointment times, and it got down to where a few years back I got to 15-minute appointments, and I said that's as low as I'm going. And this year, it was either shorten those appointment times again or make a change, and so I decided it was time to make a change.
That's amazing because I don't know in 15 minutes if you can even give them the care that you really want. They wanted it less time.
No, right. 15 minutes was not enough time, but it was better than most.
I gotcha. So tell us what that concierge service entails.
The biggest thing is time. Like, I come to your house, the appointments are with me, and it's direct access to me. So parents get to call me directly, they get to text me directly, emails, and so it's that direct communication. There's no nurse, there's no receptionist to go through. You don't have to tell the story 3 times. You get to talk to the doctor, and because of that, and they know it's me, so much of that text is so easy. I tell my parents straight up, it's as easy to text me as it is type it into Google. So just text me. Don't waste your time on Google. Then you get the answers, and I don't have to talk you off the ledge as well. So.
Perfect, perfect. Well, now for some people, when they hear concierge, they think, wow, that's expensive. But I think you've developed a plan that's very affordable for families.
I did my best. You know, I really worked the numbers, trying to find how I could give the kind of care I want and be able to feed my family at the same time, but make it cost effective for families. So there's a few different options. The number one option is me in home. There is an in-office version, and we could talk about that more, but really that's available to find on the websites as well with the nurse practitioners. So at a lower cost for those who just can't afford what I do. But you know, it's all about the time. It's about that access as well.
Absolutely. And you're limiting your practice to a certain number for your concierge patients, right?
Right. My goal is to have 100 patients. I might not even get to that point and decide I need to do less. I have 50 right now, and that some days can keep me busier than others. But my goal is to get to 100. I feel like that'd be a number I could manage and have the relationships I want to have with my families as well and really get to know them.
That's fabulous. Tell us a few of the perks. Again, you've already mentioned that you do house calls, which is amazing. And you're able to directly communicate, the parents are able to directly communicate with you. What are some of the other things that they get as an advantage of being a concierge patient?
I think with that advantage is the time. Like the parents' time is as valuable as mine. I think that too much in medicine today, it's all about the doctor's time and not about the parent's time. You get to be
Right.
at home, I get to come to you, you don't have to wait for me, I show up on time, I don't show up late for my appointments, I'm there on time. That direct access, like I said, the ability to just reach us directly. I get discounts on labs, discounts on radiology, discounts on medications. There's a lot of other perks that come along with being a member of my practice.
I think one of the biggest ones is probably the ease and the stress of not having to pack the child up and take them someplace.
Especially if you have multiple children, you don't have to pack up all the rest. Have a newborn, you don't want to get them out in the cold or with cold and flu season. Some of those children with anxiety or autism, for instance, it's hard to get them out of the house, and then I can just come to them and take care of them at home.
Again, completely under one low monthly fee, and there's discounts if they have more than one child.
Correct.
Again, you've designed it very well. Why are you so passionate about serving your patients this way?
I just feel like kids deserve everything. I feel like they have no choice in where they are, who they're with, what their parents' decisions are, all those things. Kids just deserve everything. And I just get such joy from building that relationship with the family and with the children, helping the family grow. Sometimes those parents are pretty young as well, helping them grow and learn how to be parents, and it's just so rewarding.
I love that. I absolutely love it. Now, I know that you have an office, your physical office location is in Creve Coeur, but Dr. Joe's Concierge Pediatrics has a pretty wide swath. What areas do you serve?
I go out all the way to Wentzville. I go down south into Jefferson County, Pacific, Cedar Hill, into the city, and also into Illinois, so up to like Edwardsville, down to Waterloo. So I'll go about a 45-minute radius to
Traveling
your
Dr.
house,
Joe.
Hey,
is what we can
yeah,
call
my
it.
office is my car, I guess, or your house, your living room often.
There
so.
you go. Perfect. All right. So tell us, Dr. Joe, what do you love about St. Louis?
People first and foremost. I mean, I get to meet people like you and just networking with such amazing people around this town. The food is amazing. I mean, we can never go wrong finding a new restaurant and trying out some new food.
Town.
And then, of course, the Cardinals.
That's right. You're a Redbirds fan. I know that. Well, I really appreciate you being here today, sharing with everybody about your Concierge Pediatrics. Easy for me to say.
Yeah, I should have made the name a little easier.
No, I really appreciate you taking the time to be here. Thank you so much.
My
and
pleasure.
also, thank you so much for caring for these children and their families to do this. It's kind of a leap of faith on your part. So
It is, but so rewarding.
I
Thank you.
love it. Absolutely. Hey, if you're a parent or even a grandparent and you want to learn more about how Dr. Joe's concierge practice can benefit your family, please check out his listing in the All Things Local STL app. There you can see his website, or you can click to give him a call. Stay tuned. After this break, we're going to meet Jeffrey Krumm, founder and executive director of the local nonprofit organization, Leap of Faith Ministries. Boy, that was a bad segue. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
Reach your audience with Outreach Studios. Studio 17 offers 1,000 square feet of customizable space that can accommodate roundtable discussions, podcasts, live stream content, and much more. For a different look, we offer View 17. This one-of-a-kind event center is fully wired for broadcast and is perfect for corporate or commercial content. With Outreach Studios, the opportunities are endless. Elevate your message, your brand, and your expectations with Outreach Studios.
Welcome back to All Things Local STL TV. We've all heard the term leap of faith. Today, we're going to meet Jeffrey Krumm, founder and executive director of Leap of Faith Ministry. He is here to share with us about the ministry and help us be encouraged to try our own leap of faith. Welcome, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me.
Glad
Pleasure.
to have you here, my friend.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Please share with us all how you became the founder and executive director of Leap of Faith Ministry.
So it started out as just a wild and crazy idea of actually jumping, skydiving all 50 states in 50 days. I had been working for an ambulance department. I had also been working in a financial office, and at the time I thought, this is just Jeffrey coming up with another wild and crazy idea.
Yeah.
But over time, I felt that God kept opening doors. Felt like I had opportunities to take my own leaps of faith, and what had started out originally as this crazy wild idea to just skydive all 50 states in 50 days, Leap 316, developed into Leap of Faith Ministry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So why is Leap of Faith, the ministry, a passion for you?
It's a passion for me because I feel like people need to have that permission at times to be encouraged. I'm somebody that likes to see people be encouraged and to take those to take those personal leaps of faith. And so that's been very just in my heart. I'm also a Christian man, and as a Christian man, I can't think of a better way to encourage people or to see people take leaps of faith.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, at Leap of Faith, you primarily focus on youth and older youth, like early 20s, right?
Correct, yes.
And young people. How do you go about reaching them to let them know more about Leap of Faith Ministries?
Sure, that's a great question. So the way that we approach that through Leap of Faith Ministry is we partner, we create resources and opportunities with local churches, with other outreach ministries, with youth groups, so connecting with youth directors. And what we're able to do is we're able to create these fun experiences, these kind of adventures and opportunities for these youth and young adults to have a little bit of an interruption in their daily cycle, and to just come out and be part of a fun experience. And then in that, we encourage them, we share with them what it means to take a leap of faith and what that looks like, and lift them up.
Gotcha. Now, I know you had a recent event at, what was that? It was at Rise Adventure Park?
No, that's a great point. So we did have the opportunity recently. We were welcomed out at Rise Adventure Park, which was a great opportunity. There's climbing, there's towers. They actually have a feature there called the Leap of Faith.
Well, there you go.
Right?
So it was meant to be.
It was meant to be, so very fitting. So what we did in an event like that is we were able to encourage youth to come out. Some young adults came out. They came out with their families. And we just encouraged these kids and these individuals to be bold and to just take chances, so yeah.
I love it. I love that so much. That's a very fun place, Rise, for sure.
That was a lot of fun, yeah.
So what does Leap of Faith mean to you?
Leap of faith to me, so when I think of faith, I don't think of taking a blind leap of faith. I think of faith as something that starts in your mind, starts inside of you, but it's not completed until you've acted upon it, okay. Right? So for me, leap of faith to me means, again, encouraging people, lifting people up, but it doesn't mean that you have to be at a place where you're following Christ. It doesn't mean that you have to have that level of faith that I do. It's about, again, it's coming and being encouraged, and it's about realizing that we all have leaps of faith. We all have had to be brave and had to step out, mm-hmm. and we have stories and we have testimonials to share. So it's about coming out to these events and everybody being welcomed, and everybody being encouraged to live a more fulfilled life.
I love that, Jeff. It's very inclusive. It's not something that you...
Right, not exclusive, not at all. No.
Absolutely. So you've experienced probably a little bit of feedback about mm-hmm. people taking their leaps of faith and being prompted by your ministry. Can you share a little bit of that with our audience?
Yeah, so that's been it's been interesting. It's been unexpected. At times, we've had people reach out to us and say, "Hey, listen, just by seeing your posts or by being at an event, we've been encouraged to get over a substance abuse that we had in our life, or I've decided to make a career change, or I've connected with a family member that I've felt hurt with for decades now, but I felt encouraged to take that leap of faith." We've had people come to us and say, "Hey, I decided to go get baptized, because of this." So we are seeing real life fruit. We're seeing real life, teens and youth and young adults really being impacted by this. Just in that little bit that we've already started doing.
Yeah, and the impact is not just in their faith, but it's also in their daily life of taking those leaps of faith.
Absolutely.
Being bold.
Just being bold, wanting to live a more fulfilled life, whatever that looks like. Yes.
Excellent stuff. So what is next for Leap of Faith Ministry?
So what's next? What's our next leap of faith? So I'm excited going into next year, going into 2023. You're going to be seeing our podcast. So you're going to be seeing us sharing testimonials, interviewing people, putting more stories out there, leaps of faith that people have taken. You're going to see a stronger social media presence. You're going to see a newsletter out there that people can engage with and be a part of, and you're just going to start hearing more about the name of Leap of Faith. I believe you're going to start seeing more impact here in St. Louis and getting involved with local businesses and churches, and
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Excited.
Excellent. Yeah. So Jeffrey, what do you love about the St. Louis area?
Okay, so I am a St. Louis native, and there are so many things I love about St. Louis. I love the people.
Yeah.
I love the history. I love that I just love surprising people when I talk about St. Louis and I share, about the World's Fair, or I share about just different things that were firsts that came out of St. Louis.
So
many people don't realize came from St. Louis, and one of those things, and don't quote me on the exact year, but one thing that people don't realize is the first official skydive, and not that we're thrill seekers and we're just jumping out of planes, right?
Right.
But the first official skydive was recorded here in St. Louis.
Well, amazing.
So so just a lot of firsts, and of course love the food, love the sports, love the teams. So
Perfect.
love St. Louis.
You're nailing it, my man. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Hey, if you're looking to learn more, donate to, or perhaps even volunteer for Leap of Faith, and maybe even have Jeffrey come and share with your youth group, you'll find Leap of Faith Ministry featured in the All Things Local STL app. We're going to be right back in a moment to wrap things up for today. Stick around. I want to thank Dr. Joe Cangas of Dr. Joe Concierge Pediatrics and Jeffrey Krumm of Leap of Faith Ministry for being our guests today. You can find their featured listings in the All Things Local STL app, which is available for you to download and register today at getlocalstl.com. When you use the app, the only featured listings you're going to find there are locally owned and operated businesses and organizations. We invite you to join the Shop Local and Support Local revolution and help us keep the St. Louis area strong and growing. I have to thank the amazing team here at Outreach Studios for their support in bringing this show to you. And you can find Outreach Studios and their event space, View 17, one of the most spectacular venues in town, in the All Things Local STL app as well. And of course, I want to thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to having you join us for future episodes where you can learn more about all things local. Bye, everyone.